Hi and welcome to my channel. So for this video, I'm going to talk about how to get an A star in IGCSE physics, and I got a 97 and I did my exams this year June 2025. And in this video, I'm going to share my experience as well as some tips and tricks and resources with you guys. So let's start with my experience. So this is a screenshot of my grade. I did extended physics and this is the subjects code. So let's talk about my experience. My IG physics experience is very interesting because my class, we were just like we're like 10 or 11 people in my class, and during the class we did everything but study physics. During that time it was fun not to pay attention, but it really caught up to us. So whatever grade I got, it was definitely not because of school, because we did not learn anything in school. So obviously the next thing that you go to is your textbook. But I had so much drama with my textbook because in school they gave us this Collins textbook, and in my opinion it's really vague and I never really used it. And then I found this old textbook in the library and I thought that would help, but that also didn't help. So I was just really getting tired of textbooks, and I found this textbook online like just a few months before my exams, and I tried to read it, but I feel like for me, watching videos about this, like about people explaining, helps me understand more than reading and understanding. I mean, I understood, but I couldn't answer questions for some reason. Like I was really struggling with physics, which brings me to mock results versus my IG results. So my school does this pre-IG before IG to see how ready you are. We call it mocks. And after doing that, I realized I wasn't ready for physics at all. I barely got an A, so that really helped me lock in. So if you're watching this right now and your IG is coming up soon, and you think that you can do better than what you can do, you can. You just have to lock in right now, because I think it's 100% possible for you to get 100 in physics. Just have to do the right things at the right time and really think about how to do it. So I'll just share my experience with you guys, and I hope you learned something. I don't necessarily think it might work for you, but you can just try it out to see if it works. But if it doesn't, that's also totally fine. So I went through 3 YouTube channels mainly. So there is James Gunn. He makes physics videos as well as computer science videos, and his physics videos are really simplified, so it really helps you understand like the basics. And he also introduced me to other videos from Khan Academy on like generators and motors, which also cleared like a lot of concepts for me. And the second YouTube channel is PLA Academy. So their videos are really detailed and it has so much information. You should also check that out. But what is in between, in my opinion, is Physics with Moali. It explains concepts as well as questions, and I think it really helped me. Yeah. And let's move on to past papers. So you see people going crazy and doing like 10 years worth of past papers, but I don't think you have to do that much. Like I didn't do that many past papers. I think I just did like 2023 and 2024, but I didn't do every single past paper. What really helps when you do past papers is when you have exams in school and they bring past questions. But for the real IGs, what's most important is your concepts. How clear are your concepts? I'm not saying don't do past papers at all. Like for topical past papers, you can go to Examit. You have to pay, but I think it's totally worth it, because it's not just because of physics. You can get for every single subject. And when you're watching when you're doing the papers and you don't understand, you can go to Learn Today IGCSE. I think they've covered most of the recent papers for physics. You can just go through and check how to answer the questions, like how she explains it really helps, because sometimes you don't know what to do. So yeah, as I was saying, you don't have to do every single past paper in the world. I think you just need to really understand concepts, and that is what I did, even though I did it like a month before IGs. So a month before IGs, I came across Physics with Moali, and I religiously watched all his videos. So I just watched his videos and took down notes. In the beginning, I was still like not understanding, but I just just watched the videos and just took down notes, and that really helped me. It helped clear my concepts because I feel like concepts are really, really important. And I think you should try to, especially if you're not sure about how strong your concepts are. And I know the videos are quite long, and if you don't have enough time to watch every single one of them, you should watch the magnetism one. That really helped clear my concept. I think it is one of the most challenging topics, and with just watching that video helped me understand like all the generators and motors and everything. So just write the notes and just watch the videos multiple times. Like if you watch it the first time and you're still not understanding, watch it twice, watch it thrice. Just be consistent. I feel like that's what really helped me, but I'm not really sure if it works for everyone, because I told my friends about it and some of them were like, nah, that didn't really help them, because maybe not everybody is like a visual learner. So if you think you're a visual learning and watching videos is the thing that helps you the most, you should totally try this out. And the last thing I'm going to talk about is thresholds. If you already know what thresholds are, that's great. But if you don't, for IGs, not all the papers have the same difficulty. So to make it fair, they make something called grade thresholds. So like if a paper is really difficult, the thresholds are really low, and the paper is really easy, the thresholds are really high. And usually for physics, the thresholds are around this area. So let's talk about it. So there's something they do which is called scaling. So the papers are also 40, 80 and 40, so that's 160, right? But then over here the maximum mark after weighting is 200. So they have a multiplier which they multiply your marks with. Like for multiple choice, every mark you gain is not just a mark, is 1.5 marks. So if you get 2 questions correct, you get 3 marks, not 2 marks, because 1.5 times 2 is 3. But what I need you to pay attention to is this 100 over here. 100 over 200, 50% of your mark depends on your theory. So that should tell you how important your theory is. You should really, really lock in for your theory. And for your theory, you need concepts. So just watch videos, read textbooks, whatever helps you, and just really understand the concepts behind every single topic. There's just 6 topics. So which is really chill. Like right now I'm doing A levels, and it's like a huge jump from IG to A level. But once your concepts are clear, I think it really helps, especially for AS level. We're just building on what we did, because I think if you're doing physics for IG, you will probably take physics for A level. And yeah, so that is my advice. Like your theory is something you should really look in for. Also your multiple choice. The practical has the least weighting, and I think that makes sense because it's really easy to screw up practical because you're actually doing everything. For my exams, it was reflection, so I think we got the easier side of practicals. And I scored a full mark for my practical, and I think that really boosted me. If you do alternatives to practicals, I think it's easier to get full mark than actual practicals. And my teacher told me my mark for just this part, so I don't really know my mark, my actual like raw mark. But for multiple choice, I think I got a 38 because after exams I was discussing with my friends, but I'm not 100% sure. And I think that also boosted me. And the mistakes I made for multiple choice are really funny because I didn't read the questions. I did the opposite of what the question asked. So just remember, you should really, really read the questions. I know everybody says this, but it's unbelievable until it happens to you. And yeah, so that is all my advice for you. And these are the thresholds. So this was my paper. So we had to get a 147 over 200, which is relatively low. But that shows you, I think physics has a lower threshold in all the sciences, like chem and bio. So I think physics falls towards the more difficult side. So yeah. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this helps you.